Welcome back here, folks, as we are at Delta High School. As I mentioned earlier, the 6-4 Lady Eagles look to take on the 5-5 Lady Arabians. As Allie Hall for the Lady Arabians, the starting point guard, still out with that lower leg injury. She is warming up right now, though. I was talking to Coach Cook before the game. He said that she can cut, she can jump, she can do just about everything. She has not been cleared by the athletic trainer yet. Hoping that comes later this week to be back for this continuously away game stretch that these Lady Arabians are on. But Lauren Landis, who banged her head on the floor just on Tuesday, already back in the lineup tonight, as Coach Cook mentioned that the athletic trainer at Pendleton believes it was just a lower neck injury that she sustained. Nothing too serious is what Cook told me. It'll be interesting to see tonight if the injury that she sustained bothers her at all. But as of right now, she looks very locked in here. Trevor, what do you think these Lady Arabians need to do tonight on the turnover side of the game, where they've committed 156 in 10 games? What do you think they need to do to keep that down in this game?
I think the Lady Arabians, they need to pass the ball around and make the right choice. Find the open girl if there is one, or if not, try to dribble around and try your best to find the girl in the post or even just anywhere on the court. Just find the right girl.
And as you mentioned there, shot selection, these Lady Arabians have been struggling with that so far in this season, but they have been getting better and better throughout the season. As I was talking to Coach Cook earlier before this game once again, and he said that he's really preached to them ball control, because you can't score if you don't have the ball. And it is true that defense can win you games, but you got to be able to put up points. You have to have the ball for that. But something else I'd like to point out here, folks, Lauren Landis, the Hoosier Heritage Conference Player of the Week, after dropping 16 points against Mount Vernon on Saturday. She was really the leader for the Lady Arabians. So we are now going to introduce your starting five here for your Lady Arabians. The Marian University softball commit, Lauren Landis, the junior Kaylin Graham, the freshman Kylie Davis, the junior Leonie Wilson, and the sophomore Aubrey Dwiggins. Folks, we are about to play the national anthem here, so we are going to go to a short break. You've been listening to Lady Arabian Basketball on the Voice of the Arabians, 91.7 WEEM.
WEEM is underwritten by Penske Automotive. Penske, Honda, and Chevrolet are located at Keystone Avenue along 96th Street in Indianapolis. Sales service and collision services are available at Penske Automotive locations. More information is available at PenskeHondaIndy.com, Penske Chevy, or PenskeCars.com.
WEEM is underwritten by Markville Lumber Company. Located on State Road 38, Markville Lumber Company provides pallets, skids, and more with design, delivery, and inventory services. More information on Markville Lumber Company, products and services can be found at markvillelumber.com or by phone at 765-533-4311. WEEM is underwritten by Fredericks Contractors. Located in Pendleton, Fredericks Incorporated offers general contracting, roofing, cabinetry, and electrical services. More information about Fredericks can be found online at frederickinc.com. That's frederickinc.com or by phone at 765-778-7588. Fredericks Contractors.
WEEM is underwritten by Heather Upton and the Real Estate Pros at Keller Williams. Keller Williams' offices are located at 227 South Pendleton Avenue in Pendleton. Residential sales and home sale listings are available to look at online at www.therealestatepros.com.
WEEM is underwritten by State Farm Insurance Agent Amy Turner, located in Pendleton at 122 South Pendleton Avenue. State Farm Insurance Agent Amy Turner provides life, auto, renters, and home insurance services. More information on State Farm Insurance can be found by phone at 765-778-1525 or online at amyismyagent.com.
WEEM is underwritten by Dr. Jennifer Neese. The dental office of Dr. Jennifer Neese provides general dentistry services including crowns, dental implants, and orthodontics. Dr. Neese is located at 3132 West State Road, 38 in Pendleton. Appointment information for Dr. Jennifer Neese is available by phone 765-778-7585 or online at pendletonsmiles.com.
Welcome back here, folks, as the announcer has just introduced the Lady Arabian starters, but now we are going to get the Delta starters here in a second. I could not get them from the coach. He was talking to Coach Cook about the whole time. Number 10, Miranda Hart, the first starter here for the Delta Eagles. The next one, cannot see her number. That looks like number 14, Carly Miller. Starting at center tonight, Courtney Helm. Number 11, Cassidy Dishman, starting at a guard position. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 2, Brittany Tuttle for the Lady Eagles tonight. The Lady Arabians here trying to get back after that devastating loss they just took on Tuesday to the hands of Hamilton Southeastern, as I mentioned. 22-52. They were never really in the game, but they got hot there in the fourth quarter, making it a little bit closer, but not enough. As we are about to tip this ball here, folks, Aubrey Dwiggins and Helm tipping. The tip is up, and it is going to be won by the Delta Eagles. Hart with the basketball for the Eagles. She dribbles around with Landis all over. She's going to dish it, and a made two-pointer there for number 14, Carly Miller, just inside the three-point arc. Nothing but net for Miller, giving the Lady Eagles a 2-0 lead here early in this first quarter. Wilson over to Davis in the corner. Davis dribbles it back up to the top, looks for Landis, but cannot find her. Davis resetting the offense now. Finds Wilson on the far wing. Graham coming off a screen at the bottom. They get Graham the ball. She goes into the lane, and she is not going to get the friendly roll there. The Lady Arabians, though, are going to keep the ball there. This was tipped out of bounds by the Delta Eagles off of the rebound. Landis to inbound the ball. Finds Dwiggins at the top of the key. Dwiggins over to Davis. Davis gets a screen from Graham. Davis thinks about the three, then pulls it down. Drives middle, and she is going to get fouled. Threw up a floater like she did last game. As she is going to be on the floor, though, folks. As that foul was on number 40, Courtney Helm.
That last defensive possession for the Lady Arabians, they needed to close out on Carly Miller.
Davis now with the ball, almost at the half-court line. Finds Dwiggins in the corner. Dwiggins back out to Wilson. Wilson starting over Allie Hall, as I mentioned, still on that injured reserve list as of right now. Wilson with the ball at the top of the key, finds Davis in the far corner. Davis drives baseline, kicks it back out to Graham, the best three-point shooter on the team, but she is going to miss that one. It's off the back rim, out of bounds, as it is now Lady Eagle basketball, as Tuttle will inbound the ball. Actually, it is going to be Miller inbounding the ball here for the Lady Eagles right under us, as Trevor and I are on the balcony here at this gym, as they find Helm in the paint, and she hits the spin-around layup. 4-0 lead now for the Lady Eagles with 6 minutes and 25 seconds left here in this first quarter. The ball is going to be stolen there by the Lady Eagles, but it's going to be a jump ball. Luckily, the Lady Arabians will keep possession, as the possession arrow was in their favor on this one.
Yeah, the Lady Arabians got bailed out on the last possession because it was a bad handoff from Leonie Wilson, but luckily the possessioner was pointing their way.
Landis finds Wilson in the backcourt. Wilson now calling the offense, looking for Landis. Landis posting up at the three-point line. Not quite sure what she's posting up out there for, but she's going to come around on the dribble. She now at the top of the key drives and finds Graham. Graham drives middle out to Davis. Davis drives baseline, and she is going to get the ball blocked, but it will be off of her knee there. Lady Eagles basketball, as the Lady Arabians are still running that full court press that they have installed here in the recent games. Miller now with the ball. Miller up to Tuttle. Graham deflects Tuttle's pass. Graham has no one to beat. She is going to get the friendly roll there off of the rim. 2 points for the Lady Arabians. Graham scoring the first points for these Arabians tonight. Miller with the ball once again.
I think the Lady Arabians getting steals on defense can help lead to offense for the Lady Arabians here tonight.
As a foul there committed by the Lady Arabians, as Dishman will go to the line for two. I believe it is on number 31 for the Lady Arabians, Aubrey Dwiggins. As Dishman's first shot is going to be, will rattle around the rim and then rattle out, folks. So a 4-2 lead with 5 minutes and 37 seconds left for these Lady Eagles.
Yeah, Dishman's been averaging 13 points per game so far this season.
Dishman's second free throw is off as well. Still a one-possession game here. Graham finds Davis in the corner. Davis back out to Landis. Landis drives, finds Wilson. Wilson gets a screen from Dwiggins. The roll is not there. Out to Graham. Back out to Davis. Davis gets a screen from Graham. Davis out to Landis. Landis drives baseline. Finds Wilson in the corner, but Wilson does not take the three. Out to Graham. Graham's going to pull up for three, and she is long on that one as well, folks. Scrumble on the floor for the basketball, and it is going to be a jump ball here as Dwiggins got on the floor for it. Tapped it towards Kylie Davis. Davis gets on the floor for it. But at the end, it will be a jump ball as the possession arrow is in favor of the Lady Eagles here.
Kaylin Graham is 0 for 2 from the three-point line. She's going to have to get hot soon.
As a steal here by Lauren Landis finds Davis on the block. Davis is going to be fouled, folks, once again. Last time it was on the floor, but this time she will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul on number 14, Carly Miller.
Yeah, the Lady Eagles and the Lady Arabians are averaging the same at the free throw line, 61%.
As Davis hits her first one. In the game on Tuesday, she was struggling from the line. Do not have her exact numbers, but I was talking to her after the game, and she said it was a very, she just wasn't feeling her shot that night, but so far she seems to be feeling it tonight. Her second free throw will be just long, rebounded by the Lady Eagles. Dishman now with the ball with Wilson all over. Dishman into Bonzer. Back out to Bonzer here. Back out to Dishman. Dishman with Wilson all over to Helm. Dwiggins all over Helm. Loctite defense. And a travel there called as Bonzer for the Lady Eagles thought she had the pass, but the Lady Arabians, nice recovery there, caused the travels. Wilson now with the ball crossing the timeline. Wilson finds Dwiggins at the top of the key. Dwiggins finds Graham. Graham out to Davis. Davis trying to reset the offense here. Coach Cook barking out orders as Landis now with the basketball. Landis drives, finds Graham. Graham could not contain the pass. She is going to drive left, and she is going to go through 3 Lady Eagle defenders to get to there.
That was a nice shot with Kaylin Graham to use her dominant hand or left hand to make a basket for the Lady Arabians.
She did a little up and under move there, scoring 4 of the 5 Lady Arabians points tonight. Steal by Lauren Landis. She only has one person to beat, and she gets the layup. Lauren Landis on the board tonight. Be key for her to get going quick, as she had to set out the second half of that game on Tuesday with that possible injury, as the shot by the Lady Eagles is going to be no good. Rebounded by Davis. Davis finds Graham on the baseline. Landis all alone, but she misses. Rebounded by Dwiggins. Dwiggins up to Wilson at the top of the key, resetting the offense here.
This has been a nice little run for the Lady Arabians. I believe it's 3 or 5 in a row.
as Wilson over to Landis. Landis drives baseline. She's going to throw up a shot, but no good. She got Helm ran into her there, but no foul called as the ball advances up to Bonser for the Lady Eagles. Back over to Dishman. Dishman back with the ball over to Bonser. Bonser hits Hart. Hart over to Helm. Helm at the top of the key now. Dwiggins picks her pocket, but Helm is able to recover here. As I cannot see who has the ball right now. Her hair is covering her number, but Helm now with the basketball once again. Drives middle, and she is going to be fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2 here.
Aubrey Dwiggins is going to have to look out. I believe that was her second foul.
As it's actually going to be on number 22, Kaylin Graham. Lucky break there for the Lady Arabians, as Trevor just mentioned. That would have been Aubrey Dwiggins' second foul here. We're only in the first quarter. And on the Pendleton Family Dentistry scoreboard, the Lady Eagles trail the Lady Arabians 7-5 with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left here in this first quarter. Helm's first free throw was good. Coming out of the game for the Lady Eagles, number 10, Miranda Hart. Going in, number 3, Brooklyn Matheny. Helm's second shot is going to be good as well. A 1-point game now for the Lady Arabians. Wilson with the ball, bringing it across the timeline. She has Davis wide open in the corner, but just does not see her right now. Wilson drives, and she is going to be off on the layup, rebounded by Delaney. Delaney up to Matheny. Matheny good. Comes in right off the bench and hits her first shot here. And a bad pass by Leonie Wilson. Number 11, Dishman, almost had the steal there, but instead reaches her hand back, and the ball goes out of bounds. As it will now be Lady Eagles basketball, as Lakin Connor, the 6'1" sophomore for the Lady Arabians, checks in for Leonie Wilson.
Yeah, Leonie Wilson had the right idea, but she just threw it way too hard.
As Dishman over to Helm now. Helm on the right wing. Back to Dishman. As the pass is going to be stolen by Lakin Connor here. Comes off the game, comes off the bench and gets a steal right away. They get the ball to Connor in the paint. She is going to be just short on the layup though, folks. She has 2 inches on everyone on this floor right now. Bad passes here for the Lady Eagles, but saved by Matheny. Dishman now with the ball into Delaney. Delaney gets the bucket. The Eagles now lead 10-7 over the Lady Arabians with 1 minute left here in this first quarter.
Yeah, the Lady Arabians just need to slow it down here and get a good shot.
Davis drives, and she is going to get the bucket and the foul. A kind of up and under move there, kind of like her teammate Kaylin Graham had, but this one, there was a foul call as Kylie Davis goes to the line for one more to possibly tie this game. Her free throw is going to be off once again, 1 for 3 from the line tonight. As Dishman now with the ball up to Matheny. Matheny looking for Helm but does not find her. Graham with the stolen pass here, 46 seconds left on the clock. Graham finds Davis at the top of the key as Davis is going to reset the offense here. Over to Landis in the corner. Landis thinks about the 3, but instead pulls it back, finds Graham. Graham thinks about the 3, drives baseline, and she is going to get another basket here for the Lady Arabian. She might not be feeling it from deep tonight, but she is definitely feeling the drive to her left side, her dominant hand, as she gives the Arabians an 11-10 lead here with 19 seconds left in this first quarter. Helm cannot handle the pass from Dishman. Back to Dishman. Dishman for 3, and she is going to be long on that one. Rebounded by Dishman herself. She's going to go back up for 2, but blocked by Lakin Connor. That is her 16th block of the year. Up to Dwiggins. Dwiggins for 2, and she is good. The Lady Arabians now lead 13-10 as the Lady Eagles are going to throw up a half-court prayer as time runs out here in the first quarter, but come up just short. The Lady Arabians leading 13-10 here. So we're about to start the second quarter, but we're going to take a quick break here, folks. You've been listening to Lady Arabian Basketball on the Voice of the Arabians, 91.7 WEEM. Welcome back here, folks, to Delta High School as we're about to start this second quarter. The Lady Arabians lead 13-10 here. as Landis inbounds the ball to Davis. Davis now acting as the point guard for the Lady Arabians, directing traffic as she finds Connor at the top of the key over to Graham. Graham just inside the volleyball line. She drives to her left once again, finds Landis in the corner. Landis is going to drive middle. Landis goes up for two, but cannot get the friendly bounce off the rim there as the Lady Eagles rebound the ball. Hart now with the basketball. Davis all over. Actually, they're running a trap defense here. Find Matheny in the corner. Over to Tuttle. Tuttle over to Delaney. Back up to Hart. Hart finds Tuttle in the lane. She has to shoot over Lake and Connor, and no good as Dwiggins with the rebound. Dwiggins up to Davis. Davis finds Landis. Landis drives baseline once again as there's going to be a block called here on number 14, Carly Miller. That is at least her second foul here tonight, folks. As Landis driving baseline, and Miller tried to cut her off but just could not get there in time. So that will be her second foul.
The Lady Arabians did a great job ending the first quarter on a 6-0 run.
Landis now inbounding the ball to Graham. Graham drives to her left once again, kicks out to Davis. Davis thinks about the three, then pulls it back and gives the ball right back to Graham. Graham, so far this season, leading the Lady Arabians, averaging 12 points per game. It's Connor now with the ball at the top of the key. Connor is going to drive to her left. Pass stolen by Delaney. Delaney thinks about the jump shot, but pulls it back over to Dishman now with the basketball. Dishman dribbling around here. These Arabians changing up their defense every time they come down the court. They seem to be in a 3-2 defense right now. Davis deflects the pass, tries for the ball, but cannot get it there in time as Dishman tried to pass the ball around Kylie Davis. Davis just threw her arms up and swatted that one.
That was a great defensive play by Kylie Davis.
As Davis once again deflects a pass, but the Lady Eagles are able to recover into Helm in the paint, blocked by Lake and Connor, her 17th block on the year. Graham with the ball off of the rebound from Dwiggins. Graham drives middle, finds Connor, but it's going to be picked off by Dishman. Dishman saves it from going out of bounds. Tuttle now with the basketball. These Lady Arabians back into their 3-2 defense here. A trap 3-2, actually, as Helm now with the ball inside. Finds Hart. Hart is going to get the wide open shot from the elbow, making this a 13-12 Lady Arabian lead with 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in this first quarter. Dwiggins for three, and she is going to be long on that one. Rebounded by Tuttle. Dishman now with the ball up to Matheny. Landis is just going to rip the ball out of her hands, jump ball, as it is going to stay there. Lady Eagles basketball. Tuttle to inbound the ball for the Lady Eagles. Finds Dishman. Dishman into Hart. Hart trying to go around Connor. Over to Helm, and Helm is going to be fouled by Aubrey Dwiggins. That is going to be her second foul of the game.
And she's going to have to watch out for the rest of the game because she cannot foul many more times.
As last game, Aubrey Dwiggins the leading scorer with 7 points. And as I mentioned, this Lady Arabians team not completely healthy here, as although Allie Hall is out of the boot that she had worn for about 2 or 3 weeks, she's not yet cleared to play, but Helm's first free throw is going to be good, tying this game up here, as Nia Loomis is getting ready to check in for the Lady Arabians. As I mentioned in the pregame show, the last stat check I had with Rob Hunt, she had 7 steals and 2 blocks, and that was in the beginning of the third quarter, so I'm not exactly sure on her numbers, but Helm at the line for her second shot, and this one is going to be good as well, giving the Lady Eagles a 1-point lead. Helm perfect from the line tonight. Davis still playing point guard position for these Lady Arabians.
And the Lady Arabians are going to have to try not to foul Helm because she's perfect from the free throw line.
Landis now with the ball, finds Graham. Dribble handoffs here for the Lady Arabians. Graham drives to the left once again. Instead passes it out to Davis. Davis is going to reset the offense. A double screen coming for Davis. She goes through it, gets the ball to Graham. Graham thinks about the three, instead pulls it back to Nia Loomis. Loomis back out to Graham as they seem to be setting up the same play once again, and they will, but Graham is going to drive, kick out to Davis. Davis fakes the three once again. Hits Graham on the pick and pop, but Graham cannot get the three off. Over to Landis. Landis for three, and she is going to be just off by that one. Rebounded by Loomis, but Loomis is no good on the putback. Rebounded by Helm for the Lady Eagles. Dishman now with the ball. Landis all over Dishman. Davis tries to intercept the pass, but Kaylin Graham intercepts it herself. She drives, and she is going to go, her shot is going to go off the side of the backboard. Davis with the rebound. Connor open for three, but instead Davis pulls it out, and she's going to get an easy layup, but she cannot hit it as Dishman now with the basketball once again.
Yeah, on the last possession for the Lady Arabians, Kaylin Graham looked like Lauren Landis was open, but Kaylin Graham just didn't see her.
As Kylie Davis, folks, once again, great effort by her. She deflects another pass, and this time she does get on the floor and slide for about 3 or 4 feet trying to get that ball, but just not able to get there. As the Lady Eagles will inbound the ball once again. Tuttle finds Dishman. Landis all over Dishman. Finds Helm in the paint, deflected by Loomis, and it is going to stay Lady Eagles basketball as Loomis deflected the pass that was going out to Matheny. Matheny would have had a wide open three, but Loomis, great defense there. Hart now with the ball. Davis all over. Hart drives middle. She's going to get a wide open shot, and she is going to bury it, giving the Lady Eagles a 16-13 lead here with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here in this quarter.
Lady Ravens just need to slow it down on this offensive possession and get a good shot.
Graham now with the ball, gets screen from Loomis. Now gets a screen from Connor, pulls up for three, and she is not going to get the friendly roll. Rebounded by Loomis once again. Loomis is going to be fouled. Arabian basketball under the basket. Foul on seems to be number 10, Miranda Hart. It is going to be on Miranda Hart, her first of the night. Landis inbounding the ball directly underneath Trevor and I. Over to Connor. Connor over to Graham. Graham cutting. Back out to Connor. Connor thinks about the three. She is 1 for 1 on the season, but Graham pulls out, and she is not going to miss. She is going to miss the three-pointer, but rebounded by the Lady Arabians and put back up 4-2 as it is now a 1-point deficit for the Lady Arabians with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left here in this second quarter. Ball deflected by Nia Loomis, and it is going to be Arabian basketball here as it went off the foot of the Lady Eagles player, as it will once again here be Lady Arabian basketball.
On the last offensive possession for the Lady Arabians, there was a great putback by Lakin Connor.
Davis now with the ball. Finds Landis on the right wing. Landis drives. She's going to be fouled. No shot. Would have been great if they would have had the continuation rule like the NBA used to have, as that would have been a and one, but instead Landis is just going to get to inbound the ball as number 24 Delaney checks in for the Lady Eagles, but we have a quick timeout here, so we are going to take a very fast break here. You've been listening to Lady Arabian Basketball on the Voice of the Arabians, 91.7 WEEM. Welcome back here, folks, to Delta High School, as Coach Cook had to have a quick 30-second timeout to talk to his players. Loomis inbounds the ball to Connor. Connor out to Davis. Davis getting the screen from Graham. Instead, goes over to Landis. Landis drives to the right, out to Davis. Davis thinks about the three and instead passes over to Graham. Graham pulls it back out over to Davis. Davis back over to Graham. Or back over to Landis, my fault. And Landis is going to go up for two as she gets another layup here for the Lady Arabians, giving them a 1-point lead with 2 minutes left here in this first half, and a travel called on Hart. She faked the jump shot, I'm pretty sure, and came down twice. But Davis now with the basketball here for the Lady Arabians. Another turnover for the Lady Eagles. They so far have 181 in their games this season. A missed layup there by Kaylin Graham. Rebounded by the Lady Eagles. Dishman now with the basketball.
The Lady Arabians should have passed the ball around more on that last offensive possession to try to find a better shot.
Helm with the ball. Back out to Dishman. Dishman almost lost it. As it is, the ball now goes into Hart. Hart misses the turnaround jumper. Davis with the ball over to Landis. Landis drives all the way around, and there's going to be another foul on these Lady Eagles as Landis was going to just dribble out and around, but we're going to go into the 1-and-1 bonus here, folks. And for those of you that do not know what the 1-and-1 bonus is, if Landis hits this first shot, she gets a second. If she does not, then the ball just continue playing. As Landis' first shot is going to be no good, rebounded by the Lady Eagles. Dishman now with the basketball. Two Arabian defenders all over. Davis with the steal. Up to Landis. Landis has no one to beat. And she gets the layup there. She had to struggle to recover the pass. Almost blocked by two Lady Eagle defenders, but instead goes up for two, giving the Arabians a 3-point lead here.
A great steal by Kylie Davis on the last defensive possession, and she found Lauren Landis for an easy layup. As
Loomis deflects the pass, Connor gets the loose ball. Graham now with the ball. 35 seconds left here in this second quarter of the game. Landis drives right, kicks out to Davis. Davis gets a screen from Loomis. Davis uses the screen and finds Graham. Another timeout here for the Lady Arabians, but we are going to keep it right here. Trevor, what have you seen from the Lady Arabians so far in this first half?
Well, what I've seen the Lady Arabians, they've taken their time on offense. They've passed the ball around. They've even set it up some like near the half court line to try to get a good shot. So that's what I've seen from the Lady Arabians.
And one quick question here for you, as we don't have too much longer in this timeout, but how big of an effect does Allie Hall being out have on this Lady Arabians basketball team?
Well, it has an effect because she is the starting point guard. Now, Leonie Wilson does do a good job in the backup slot, and she's had, opportunities in these past few games to get the starting nod. But I think the Lady Arabians are missing her, but hopefully she'll be back in the next couple games.
And as you mentioned there, Leonie Wilson doing a great job stepping in for 13 steals on the season for Wilson, as against Hamilton Southeastern, she was dogging her player, and her player committed, I think, 4 or 5 turnovers just when Wilson was defending her. And as we talk about her, Wilson checks into the game for the second time here. She was taken out early in the first quarter after a silly turnover. Davis finds Loomis. Loomis out to Landis. Landis over, back out to Wilson here. Wilson shakes and bakes. She is going to be called for the travel. She did a hop-step pass there. As I was talking to my partner last week, Draven Wiseman, that I did the game with, I said, Leonie Wilson looks like Lance Stevenson, a very flashy player, but with that, the clock is going to run out here in this first half. The Lady Arabians lead 19-16. You've been listening to Lady Arabian Basketball on the Voice of the Arabians, 91.7 WEEM. Welcome back here, folks, to the Penske Automotive Halftime Show as the Lady Arabians lead 19-16. Trevor, what have you seen from the Lady Arabians so far tonight?
Well, the Lady Arabians have done a decent job on defense, holding Delta, the Lady Eagles, to only 16 points in the first half. And also on the offensive side, when they've had opportunities for putbacks, they've done a great job of getting easy layups off of those putbacks.
And as you mentioned, the keys to the game earlier before this game started, how well have they followed the keys to the game?
I think they've done a better job. I mean, there's been a few, silly turnovers that the Lady Arabians have converted, but that's one key, is that they've taken pretty good care of the basketball. The rebounding up front, they've done a pretty good job. Lake and Connor, obviously, and Aubrey Dwiggins are the main rebounders for the Lady Arabians. And their field goal percentage is pretty good. Like I mentioned, some easy layups that they've gotten their field goal percentage higher. So they've done a pretty good job of following the keys to the game.
As you mentioned, Lake and Connor, 2 blocks on the night, bringing her up to 17 on the season. She has really stepped up for the Lady Arabians in the paint, when they go to their bigger lineup. And as the Lady Arabians, their tallest starter, Aubrey Dwight, 5'11", but other than that, they kind of play small ball, as most people like to call it. Trevor, what do you see differently from a small ball team rather than one that plays with a big center?
Well, a small ball team is obviously, quicker people. They're faster, and they can just, distribute the ball more quickly. I mean, then the downside to that is that they can't rebound because they don't have the height that other teams might.
And as you mentioned, they're a little bit quicker. These Lady Arabians really, so far tonight, have been outrunning the Lady Eagles in the full court. But the Lady Eagles being able to hang into this one, as it is only a 3-point lead here, as the Lady Arabians so far tonight missing some possible points at the free throw line, as Coach Cook was telling me after the Hamilton Southeastern game that the first half they thought they shot 3 for 15. He said even if you don't make all of those, say you make 12 of those, they were down by 20 at the half. He said even if you make 12 of those, that right there brings it into an 8-point game. But he said they definitely need to work on that. But he also told me that so far this season he's not seen anything from these Lady Arabians that is something that he cannot fix. He said when it comes to rebounding, he said we'll just do more blockout drills and practice and free throws. He said he would, as they are 5-5, 4-1 in the Hoosier Heritage Conference.
Well, I think obviously 5-5 is not a great record, but it's still 500. But obviously they've won games when it counts in the Hoosier Heritage Conference.
And as you mentioned, the Hoosier Heritage Conference, when it matters, they so far this season 4-1, third in the conference. The Lady Eagles 0-3, tied for last, as the only two teams in front of the Lady Arabians. Forget exactly which teams they are, but both of which are undefeated. So hopefully when the Lady Arabians get their chance, they will beat both of them to possibly take first place here in the conference. But so far tonight, the Lady Arabians looking pretty good. We are going to take a quick break here. You've been listening to the Penske Automotive Halftime Show on 91.7 WEEM. Welcome back here, folks, as the Lady Arabians lead 19-16 at the half, as they are just now coming out of the locker room with 1 minute left until we start this second half. I was actually just having a conversation with Rob Hunt, and he told me the leading scorer for the Lady Arabians are Kaylin Graham and Lauren Landis, 6 points apiece. Other than that, the rest of the Lady Arabians offense have been kind of quiet tonight, but it was only the first half, as we are just about to get underway here in the second. Trevor, what do the Lady Arabians need to do tonight, here in the second half to secure this win?
Well, I think obviously Kaylin Graham and Lauren Landis need to have a great second half as they did a first half. And I think, even if they're not hot, they still need, find the right girl inside or outside. Just find the open girl. And I think, if they keep shooting like they've been shooting, I think they can come out with a win here tonight.
As you mentioned, finding the right girl inside, how important is Lakin Connor's size? 6'1", the tallest girl on the floor other than her would be the Arabians' very own Aubrey Dwiggins at 5'11", and Courtney Helm for the Lady Eagles at 5'11" as well.
Well, Lakin Connor, obviously, with being the tallest, it really puts an advantage in the rebounding and the block category.
As you mentioned, blocks there, 17 on the season for her tonight. Kaylin Graham 0 for 2 from 3, making her total 27 of 71 from behind the arc so far this season. Doesn't sound very good, but it is about a 29% shooting percentage. Most NBA players can't even shoot like that, but so far this season she's having a decent season from behind the arc, as Landis inbounds the ball to Wilson as we will get the second half underway. Wilson over to Landis in the far corner. Landis finds Graham at the top of the key. Graham swings it around to Dwiggins. Dwiggins back to Graham. The Arabians have yet to take a dribble so far. They are straight passes. Dwiggins with the ball once again finds Wilson at the block. Out to Graham. Graham throws a shot up after being tripped, but no foul called.
Yeah, I guess maybe the refs thought that Kylie Davis tripped on her own feet, which may have been the case.
As it will stay Lady Arabians basketball. Landis into Dwiggins. Dwiggins does a spin move and gets to the basket. No basket, but will go to the line for two. Fouled by number 40, Helm, her third of the game.
Yeah, if the Lady Arabians could get Courtney Helm to foul out, that would really benefit them.
As the next tallest player for these Lady Eagles would be 5'9" Miranda Hart and 5'9" Avery Lumen. Lumen yet to take the court here tonight. Dwiggins at the line. Her second one is no good. The first one good, though. Increasing lead to 4. As there's going to be a jump ball. Scramble for the ball by Lauren Landis and Helm. Ball will go to the Lady Eagles, but the great hustle there by Lauren Landis as the Arabians showing a 1-2-2 press here. Up to Dishman. Dishman over to Hart. Hart to Helm in the corner. Helm for two, but no good. Rebounded by Davis. Davis crosses over at center court, finds Graham. Graham thinks about the three, but pulls it back out to Davis. Davis at the top of the key now. Davis tries to do a dribble handoff, but it goes off of her foot. Stolen by Dishman. Dishman for two, but cannot convert the layup. Rebounded by Kaylin Graham. Graham has Lauren Landis wide open, but cannot find her. But Wilson does find her. Bucket and the foul for Lauren Landis. Brings her up to 8 points now with the possibility to make it 9.
The Lady Arabians got bailed out on that defensive possession with
as number 11, Dishman, missed for the Lady Eagles. As Landis' shot is going to be off the front of the rim. You can definitely tell why she was the Hoosier Heritage Conference Player of the Week, as that was a tough finish there for her, but she just could not get the free throw to fall. Over to Helm in the corner. Helm is not going to get that one to fall either. Rebounded by Graham. Graham's going to take it herself. Crosses over at half court. Over to Davis. Davis now with no one on her as Miller steps up on Davis. Davis over to Landis. Dishman on Landis. Landis drives middle, spins back right, goes up, but is going to be blocked there by Hart.
Now, Lauren Landis had the right move there. She just got caught in traffic, and the ball was stolen.
Hart with the ball wide open, thinks about the shot, but instead it is deflected. Loose ball collected by Lauren Landis up to Davis. Davis up for two, and she is going to get it. Kylie Davis working hard here so far tonight. Timeout, Lady Eagles. We are going to take a quick break as well as the Lady Arabians have a 24-16 lead. You've been listening to Lady Arabian Basketball on the Voice of the Arabians, 91.7 WEEM. Welcome back here, and on the Pendleton Family Dentistry scoreboard, the Lady Arabians lead 24-16 with 5 minutes and 49 seconds left here in this third quarter as the Lady Eagles inbound the ball to Dishman. Dishman over to Tuttle. Dishman finds Miller wide open, and Miller is going to get the easy bucket. Graham inbounds the ball to Wilson. Wilson up to Davis. Davis is going to pull it back out. Gets a screen from Wilson over to Landis. Landis and Davis went in the same direction. Landis is going to dribble under the basket. A skip pass over to Davis. Davis drives, and she is going to get fouled. A block on the play there by number 14, Miller. That is her third as well, as that is the third team foul here for the Lady Eagles in this half.
That was a smart drive by Kylie Davis to draw the foul.
Landis into Graham. Graham over to Davis. Davis over to Wilson. Wilson looking for Graham. Instead gets the screen from Graham. Wilson looking for help. Cannot find it. Finds Dwiggins at the top of the key. Dwiggins over to Landis. Landis is going to reset the offense now. gets the double screen, drives, and she is going to go up, but no good from the block. Helm now with the ball over to Matheny in the corner, over to Tuttle, over to Hart, back to Dishman here. They move the ball like crazy into Hart. Hart wide open, and she gets this one to fall after a friendly bounce there off of the rim, making this a 24-20 lead here for the Lady Arabians. Wilson now with the ball, yet to cross the timeline. She finally does, crossing all over, but Tuttle is going to steal the ball. Then Wilson goes for it. Wilson is going to be clobbered there. Wilson getting up fine, though. Worried there was a stair step right where she landed, hoping she did not hit her head on that, but she seems to be okay as it will remain Lady Arabian basketball here.
That was a great hustle by Leonie Wilson. Even though the ball looked like it was going to be on Delta, she still hustled after it.
Wilson gets a screen from Graham. The pick and pop is no good, though, out to Landis. Landis finds Dwiggins. Dwiggins, the spin around, and she is not going to get a friendly bounce there. Her basket is going to be no good. Rebounded by the Lady Eagles. Dishman with the ball now for the Eagles. Finds Matheny in the corner, over to Hart. Hart back out to Dishman. Over to Tuttle. Deflected by Dwiggins as Tuttle was trying to find Helm on the left block there, but Aubrey Dwiggins, great defense, as number 5, Bonzer, checks into the game for the second time here for the Lady Eagles. A 3, no good, but rebounded by Bonzer. A foul on Aubrey Dwiggins. That should be her third, and I believe that it is. It is her third foul, folks, as well Miller now with 4. Correction on the last one, but Bonzer at the line now for 2. The first one is going to be nothing but net. Many claps here from the Delta fans, but just as many Arabian fans making this trip here to Delta High School.
Yeah, there were many Lady Arabians on the defense there, but there was only one Delta Eagle that got it, but they still managed to get to go at the free throw line.
Second free throw is going to be no good, though. Rebounded by Hart. Hart dribbles around, then Wilson steals it. Wilson up for 2, but the basket is going to be no good. On the floor, it is going to be an offensive foul there on the Lady Arabians as Leonie Wilson had a wide open layup, but they are going to call the foul on Kylie Davis. Not quite sure exactly what the call. My headset on, I cannot hear the referee, but Coach Cook does not seem very happy about it. As Dishman over to Tuttle, back to Dishman, over to Hart. Hart finds Bonzer. Davis is going to get the foul called on her once again here.
That was 2 fouls in about the span of 5 to 10 seconds for Kylie Davis.
As she might be playing a little frustrated now, as the Lady Arabians only lead 24-21 with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left here in this quarter here, as Tuttle takes a very, very hard fall there, helped up by Lauren Landis, but Tuttle not looking very good here, as there will be a sub here. Number 24, Delaney, will check in, as it takes Tuttle a long time to get off of the court, being looked at by the trainer for Delta, Diana Slivey. Wilson now with the ball. Wilson's pass is going to be intercepted, but Dishman cannot save it, as it will remain Lady Arabian basketball, as Tuttle looks to be in some very, very discomfort in her knee that the trainers were already looking at earlier before the game.
Yeah, it looks like the athletic trainer for Delta is looking at her right knee and taping it up.
Wilson over to Davis. Davis over to Landis. Landis in the corner, as Graham thinks about setting a screen, but Landis calls her off. Over to Dwiggins. Dwiggins drives, and her shot is going to be good. Another 2 for Aubrey Dwiggins, increasing this lead to a 26-21 lead here for the Lady Arabians. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in this third quarter.
Yeah, great layup on that last offensive possession for the Lady Arabians by Aubrey Dwiggins.
Dishman over to Hart, but the pass deflected by Aubrey Dwiggins once again, as it will be Lady Eagles basketball right under us, as Matheny will have to inbound the ball. Over to Hart. Hart thinks about it. Drives middle, thinks about it once again. Instead, out to Matheny. Back out to Matheny from the paint. Matheny's pass is stolen by Graham. Graham over to Dwiggins. Dwiggins up to Wilson. Wilson settling down the offense now, as she finds Landis on the right wing.
On that defensive possession for the Lady Arabians, there was a great heads-up play by Kaylin Graham to get the steal.
Wilson goes up for two, but it's blocked. No foul called there. Tuttle still on the sideline here, but Dishman with the ball over to Hart. Hart back out to Dishman. Dishman over to Matheny. Matheny looks for Delaney but cannot find her. Instead, finds Dishman. Dishman no good on the layup. Once again, no good. She got her own rebound and then cannot finish. Wilson finds Landis. Landis goes up for two. No good. Rebounded by Dwiggins. Dwiggins goes up for two, and she is going to be good. Having one heck of a second half here, Aubrey Dwiggins is, as the Lady Arabians are showing a 3-2 defense, possibly. Looks like a man 3-2 mix here. Three-pointer for the Lady Eagles. It is going to rattle in and out, spun around the rim, but no good. Graham now with the ball for the Lady Arabians drive. She's going to get a wide open layup, and she cannot finish. As Tuttle still looking in discomfort here, but Dishman with the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball, as it will remain Lady No, it will switch here, Lady Eagle basketball.
Yeah, it looked like the Delta coach wanted a timeout, so he's very upset at the referee.
As the Delta coach still screaming at the referee on the sideline here, but Hart with the ball. Over to Dishman. Dishman in, ball back out to Hart. Hart goes up for two, and it is going to be no good. Rebounded by Helm. Blocked by Connor, making that 18. Dwiggins throws it up to Landis, but Landis cannot save it. Landis hits the wall hard, but seems to be okay. As Bonzer for the Lady Eagles on that one just could not figure out what to do, but the ball once again and Lady Eagle possession. Dishman with the ball over to Helm. Helm's pass is stolen by Kylie Davis. Davis up to Landis. Landis cuts back into the middle, and she's going to go up for two and good. A 30-21 lead with 5 seconds left here in this second quarter. They try to find Helm, and they do. Connor, though, with the block, but there's going to be a foul as the buzzer sounds, but there is going to be free throws here for Helm.
It looked like Lake and Connor got all ball, but the refs saw differently.
They actually called a blocking foul on that one. Not quite sure on that, but the referees can see it differently from we can, but Helm at the line for two right now. She is still perfect from the line tonight, making this a 30-22 lead for the Lady Arabians. As Nia Loomis is going to check in for the Lady Arabians. Helm's second shot is no good. She's no longer perfect from the line tonight, but at the end of three, the Lady Arabians lead 30-22. You've been listening to Lady Arabian basketball on the Voice of the Arabians, 91.7 WEEM. Welcome back here, folks, as the Lady Arabians lead 30-22 to start this fourth quarter, as it will be Arabian basketball as Landis will inbound the ball to Davis. Gets it in with Matheny all over. Davis over to Landis. Landis looking and finds Loomis. Loomis a dribble handoff over to Kylie Davis. Davis getting a screen from Dwiggins and Connor. A double screen once again. They're going to switch. Finds Landis on the far corner. Landis drives to the right, and she is going to get blocked, goes for the ball. They're going to call a foul on her. She was going for the ball as Helm held it, but it is going to be a foul on Lauren Landis. I believe that is her first of the game. It is her first of the game tonight.
Lauren Landis should have looked for one of her open teammates instead of taking it on her own.
As Dishman with the ball out to Matheny. Matheny for three, and this one she hits. The last one rattled in and out, but this one is good, bringing this into a 5-point lead for the Lady Arabians here. Davis over to Landis. Landis takes the screen from Dwiggins, goes around it, drives baseline. She's going to go up for two, and good. Landis now bringing that lead up to 7 here for the Lady Arabians. Dishman with the ball into Hart. Hart wide open, but cannot hit the shot from the block. Loomis with the rebound. Davis up to Landis. The pass is deflected, not saved by Dishman, but Connor was there for the Lady Arabians. Landis now with the ball once again. Foul on Dishman. That is the Lady Eagles' 5th team foul, I believe. As I believe so, you go into the 1-and-1 bonus at 7. That will be huge for the Lady Arabians.
Yeah, if Lady Arabians can get points while the clock is stopped, that would be very beneficial.
Connor, no good, then goes back up and is good, making it a 9-point lead here for the Lady Arabians. Her size definitely paying off there. Dwiggins almost intercepts the pass, but just not able to get there. Helm with the ball. Over to Dishman. Dishman, there's going to be a blocking foul called on Nia Loomis, I believe. It is going to be Nia Loomis. Her first of the game. The Loomis really having a standout season on the JV team. Finds Hart. Hart up for two, and she is good. Hart really leading the team so far today for the Lady Eagles, making it a 7-point deficit for the Eagles.
If I were the Lady Arabians here, I'd try to conserve some clock, eat some clock down so that they don't have to play as much defense.
Landis over to Davis in the corner. Davis gets a screen from Dwiggins. Dwiggins over to Connor. Connor trying to figure out what to do, gets the ball to Landis. Landis drives baseline, kicks back out to Connor. Connor for the jumper, and she is going to hit backboard on that one. Rebounded by Davis. Davis out to Dwiggins. Dwiggins falls as well. 3 Arabians, actually 2, fell on the play in the exact same spot. Must have been a wet spot on the floor or something, as Davis fell on the floor for the ball. Able to get it out to Dwiggins. Dwiggins drives in right by the exact spot, and she falls as well. Is now Lady Eagles basketball. Dishman with the ball. Runs into Loomis. Loomis falls down, but no foul. Shot by Hart. No good. Rebounded by Helm for the Lady Eagles. Pass is stolen there by Lauren Landis, but there's going to be a jump ball as it will be Arabian basketball now.
Great hustle by Lauren Landis to get the ball back for the Lady Arabians.
As Landis inbounds the ball to Davis. This Lady Eagles basketball team looking a little tired right now, as Loomis is pushed down once again. Davis for 3, and she is no good. Rebounded by Connor. Connor back up for 2, and she is good, making this a 36-27 lead with 4 minutes and 49 seconds on the Pendleton Family Dentistry scoreboard.
For the Lady Arabians, that was an unnecessary 3 by Kylie Davis, but it was put back by Lake and Connor to get 2 points, and for the Lady Arabians to take a 9-point lead.
Bonzer throws it over. The pass then goes into Hart. Hart out to Matheny. Matheny no good. Rebounded by Helm, though, and there's going to be a foul on Aubrey Dwiggins. That, I believe that is her 4th foul. We are about to find out here as we're waiting on them to put it. It is her 4th foul, 1 away from fouling out of this game. With 4 minutes and 29 seconds left, the Lady Arabians lead 36-27 here in this key Hoosier Heritage Conference matchup, as we are going to go to 1-and-1 now. So from now on, any time that the Lady Arabians commit a foul, the Lady Eagles will be going to the line for the 1-and-1 bonus until we get up to 10 fouls. Then they go into the double bonus. Helm at the line, only missing 1 free throw on the night. her first one is going to be off as well. Her confidence is shook as Connor with the rebound up to Landis. Landis does a stutter step over to Loomis. Loomis over to Dwiggins. Dwiggins drives, and there's going to be a blocking foul on number 5, Bonzer, there for the Lady Eagles, as I believe it will be on the floor. It will be on the floor, so no free throws for Aubrey Dwiggins. Landis to inbound the ball now for the Lady Arabians.
That was a smart play by Aubrey Dwiggins to draw the foul on Lainey Bonzer.
Dwiggins with the ball, thinks about the three. Over to Connor. Connor over to Loomis. Loomis back out to Landis. These Arabians are just moving the ball around. Landis over to Connor in the corner. Connor drives middle, and she goes up for 2, but no good. Almost rebounded by Loomis, but is going to be off of Loomis. Lady Eagles basketball. There will be a sub here. Number 14, Carly Miller, checks back into the game with 4 fouls here. As Dishman now with the ball. Dishman over to Matheny, back to Dishman. Dishman over to Hart. Hart fake shoots, and she's no good. Rebounded by Helm. Helm goes back up, and she is good, making this a 36-29 lead now for the Lady Arabians. Davis with the ball, yet to cross the timeline. She finally crosses the timeline behind the back over to Landis. Landis getting a screen from Lake and Connor, have yet to use it. Instead, she passes it off to Connor, right back to Landis. Once again, another set screen, but not used by Landis. Over to Davis in the corner. Davis uses the screen from Connor, not able to find Connor on the roll, though. Davis dribbling around, drives baseline, over to Dwiggins. Dwiggins goes up strong, but she is not going to hit that one. Rebounded by number 10, Hart for the Lady Eagles, as Dishman now settles it down. And the 2-point basket is good for Carly Miller for the Lady Eagles, making this a 5-point game with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. Davis yet to cross the timeline.
The Lady Arabians on the last offensive possession. Kylie Davis found Aubrey Dwiggins, but Aubrey Dwiggins was just unable to finish.
As there will be a timeout here for the Lady Arabians as they lead 36-31. We are going to take a quick break. You've been listening to Lady Arabian basketball on the Voice of the Arabians, 91.7 WEEM. Welcome back here, folks. Wilson now with the ball, finds Davis on the back cut, and Davis up for 2, but no good. Rebounded by Dwiggins, but it is going to be stolen there by Hart. Lady Eagles basketball now. The Lady Arabians only up by 5. Finds Matheny. Matheny into Helm. Back out to Matheny. Double team in the corner. Back into Helm, though. Helm goes up for 2. Connor with the block. Rebounded by the Lady Eagles. It is going to be Lady Arabian basketball there off of Hart. That play happening directly underneath Trevor and I, as the Delta Eagle coach is not very happy about that one, but I had to stand up to see that one. So did Trevor. We are very high up here at this gym tonight as Graham getting ready to check back in for the Lady Arabians. Wilson over to Davis. Davis getting Matheny's hand out of her face. Davis drives, no shot. Is going to be a foul on the floor. I believe it will be on Matheny. As, yeah.
That should be the 6th-team foul on Delta. Yeah, and it is.
As it is actually Miller's 5th foul here. So she has to check out, I believe. Referees are talking about something. And she will have to check out as Carly Miller fouls out of the game here. Number 5, Bonzer coming in for her. Miller not being able to play very many minutes tonight. Plagued by foul trouble this entire game as Landis inbounds it to Graham. Graham over to Davis. Davis over to Wilson. Wilson on the right wing now. Takes it baseline. Over to Dwiggins. Dwiggins no good, but out to Graham. Graham thinks about the 3 instead. Dishes it out to Landis. Landis drives middle. tries to find Dwiggins, but she cannot. Over to Wilson. Wilson over to Davis. Davis drives middle, finds Dwiggins finally, and Dwiggins basket and the foul here. She will go to the line for one. Dwiggins having one heck of a second half here tonight.
That was a great offensive possession for the Lady Arabians. They milked the clock down and got a perfect opportunity for Aubrey Dwiggins she made the layup, and now she has a chance for and one.
As that is Helm's fourth foul of the night, one away from fouling out as Dwiggins' shot is going to be no good, and now a blocking foul called on Dwiggins. Tried to get in the way to take a charge, but cannot. Believe that is her fourth foul, possibly her fifth, but Connor checking back in as Dishman now at the line for the 1-and-1. The Arabians are also will be going to in the bonus now, I should say. As Dishman getting ready for her first shot. And it is no good. Rebounded by Connor. Actually, is going to be stolen by Hart. Timeout by the Eagles here as the Lady Arabians lead 38-31. We are going to take another quick break here. You've been listening to Lady Arabian Basketball on the Voice of the Arabians, 91.7 WEEM. Welcome back here as Dishman inbounding the ball directly under us into Helm. Helm drives middle, back out to Dishman. Dishman drives left, goes up for two, and no good. Rebounded by Lauren Landis, the lone senior on the team. They try to foul but cannot foul. Wilson now with the ball. Loctite defense by Hart. Wilson's finally going to be fouled by Hart as the Lady Arabians should be going. They are going to the line now, 1-and-1, as Wilson shooting her first free throw of the night. With only 1 minute and 3 seconds left here, the Lady Arabians lead 39-31 after the made free throw there by Leonie Wilson. Possibility to make it a 40-31 lead. Her second free throw is good as well. Wilson having one heck of a game here. The very little minutes she's played, been able to step in and really play Loctite defense. Dishman, though, with the two on the other end. Davis now with the ball, tries to find Landis but cannot find her. Foul by Dishman there to stop the clock as Kylie Davis now goes to the line.
I feel confident about the Lady Arabians' chances now. They're up by 7 with 52.1 seconds left, so hopefully they can pull this one out and get a win here at Delta.
As Delaney now checks in here for Bonzer for the Lady Eagles. As Davis at the line now. Her first free throw is going to be no good. Rebounded by Helm. Helm up, and it is going to be blocked by Connor. Connor over to Landis, gets the ball over to Graham, and then there's going to be a foul on number 24, Madison Delaney. That is her first foul of the night as the Delta coach pacing around here, not very happy, as Graham's first free throw is going to be good. They are now in the double bonus, so they are guaranteed 2 free throws every time. Graham's second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Helm. Pushes it up to Hart. Back into Helm. Helm's going to have the ball stripped up to Landis. Landis gets fouled by number 10, Miranda Hart. That should be her second on the night. Actually, I believe it is her third foul of the night here.
The Lady Arabians now have a chance to push this lead to up to 10.
Landis' first shot is good. There is a Arabians fan standing above the basket there, cheering on his fellow Lady Arabians, giving thumbs up to Lauren Landis after she makes that one. Gives her another thumbs up there after she makes the second one, making this a 10-point lead with only 23 seconds left. The three is going to be good by Madison Delaney. Timeout by the Eagles. The Lady Arabians lead 43-36. We're going to take another quick break here. You've been listening to Lady Arabian Basketball on the Voice of the Arabian. Welcome back here, folks, to Delta High School as the Lady Arabians will inbound the ball with only 19 seconds left. They have a very small lead and a foul there on number 3, Matheny. She has to foul to stop the clock. Davis going to the line for two as the Lady Arabians lead 43-36 with a possibility for Davis to push this to a 9-point lead here.
Yeah, Kylie Davis has struggled at the free throw line here tonight.
She's taking her time on the first one. First one is no good.
Luckily, the Arabians have a 7-point lead because if it was up to Kylie Davis, the Arabians are not doing a very good job.
Davis, second one is nothing but net there, making this a 44-36 lead with 14 seconds left. Another three, and this one is no good. Rebounded by Kylie Davis. They're trying to foul Davis, but the ref is not calling it, and he finally calls it with only 4.3 seconds left here. Kylie Davis goes to the line, but the Lady Arabians leading 44-36. Unless we have a Reggie Miller moment here, folks, I'm pretty sure the Lady Arabians have this one locked in the bag. Davis still struggling there. Running, she looks very frustrated herself as she grabbed her head after that one. The second one is nothing but net once again, though. As with clock winding down, the shot by Dishman is going to be no good. So the Lady Arabians will win this one 45-36, improving to 6-5 on the season and 5-1 in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. The Lady Eagles falling to 6-5 on the season as well, but falling in the conference 0-4. Not very good record there for them. Keep it locked right here. We'll welcome back here, folks, and we are now being joined here by Coach Chad Cook. Coach, what did you see from your Lady Arabians here tonight?
Well, coming on the road in the conference here, it was a battle to bounce back from Tuesday's, game against Hamilton Southeastern, but we knew this was an important one, and, we did enough. We did enough. We did some good things, but we were a little bounced back from, that loss Tuesday, but we're in the right spot here now. We're controllers of our own destiny in the conference, 5-1 with one to play against New Palestine, and that'll be a boys-girls doubleheader there on January 12th at New Pal.
And, Coach, great interior play for your ladies tonight, led by Lake and Connor. 3 or 4 blocks. How important was that in the win tonight?
Yeah, very important. Lake's been doing a lot better job for us there inside, and she is a force to reckon with defensively. She got a lot of blocks there that even we could probably turn those into rebounds. So, really impressed with her. And Aubrey did a good job working hard. And, she got 5 fouls. She fouled out today, but probably only fouled one time of those. She did a good job. And, we were not our best today, but coming here on the road, 2 games in a week, getting a win in the conference, that's what we wanted. So.
And one final question here, Coach. What do you plan on taking from this game into your game against Lawrence Central next week?
Well, we're going to have to be better with the basketball for sure. You're going to have to be more focused and more intense. We were bouncing the ball off our own legs and, making some bad passes to start with there. But we'll have to be better there on Tuesday. We'll have to be better defensively, hopefully get some pressure on them and make some good things happen and, get ready for 2 wins in a week there and get Fishers on Thursday.
Well, I'd like to thank you, Coach, and congratulations on your win tonight.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for covering us.
As Coach Cook now handing the headset back off to Trevor Martin. Trevor Landis scoring 14 points tonight, leading the Arabians. But what else did you see from this Lady Arabians team that led to the victory?
Well, what I saw is that they moved the ball around a ton. I mean, they were finding the open girl. The 3 balls were actually not too bad tonight. And then, Aubrey Dwiggins and Lakin Connor had quite a few opportunities for some easy layups. So that's what I saw, moving the ball around a lot and great job rebounding as well.